Now let's go ahead and send it to our next segment. We'll throw it to Mark down the hall for the Netherworld.
Welcome to the Netherworld. In this segment, we will be taking a deep dive into characters in Star Wars. This week's character, Djarin. Really big fan favorite, definitely one of my personal favorites. So let's get into the origins of Djarin. Djarin is a human male Mandalorian, and as a child, his village was attacked by separatist battle droids, and his parents hid him under a hatch, but ended up getting caught in the crossfire. A super battle droid found Din, but before the droid could do anything, a Mandalorian warrior, a part of the Death Watch movement, destroyed the super battle droid and saved Din. Din was then taken in as a foundling and taken care of as a Mandalorian, and he grew up on Concordia. Din subsequently became part of Death Watch, and following the Great Purge of Mandalore, he became part of the tribe, where they were located on Navarro. The tribe followed the orthodox ways of the Children of the Watch, so once Din got his helmet, he never took it off in front of anyone. These rules were unknown to Din, and if he removed his helmet, he would not be considered a true Mandalorian, which was a tradition of the Children of the Watch. Din eventually started working as a bounty hunter as an adult, rising to prominence and became known as the Mandalorian, or Mando for short. He became a part of the Bounty Hunters Guild, collecting bounties, and he quickly became one of the guild's best. He gained a reputation for being an expensive but famous bounty hunter in the galaxy. We first see Din in The Mandalorian Season 1, where he is on the planet Hogadon, tracking down a bounty on a mithril. He attacked 3 guys who were harassing his target and took his bounty in to get paid. He met with Grief Karga, and he gave Din a job with no bounty puck, but he had to meet the client in person. Din agreed and met with the client to get the job in person. He would be rewarded with an ingot of Imperial forged Beskar steel. Din took the job and landed on Arvala 7 to locate the asset, but he soon found out that the asset was more than just a simple bounty. Din teamed up with IG-11, and they had found what the bounty was: Grogu. Before IG-11 could do anything, Din destroyed IG-11 and took Grogu into the client for payment. He soon regretted his decision and went back with his new Beskar armor to save Grogu and leave Navarro, fighting off the Imperial Remnant and Bounty Hunter Guild with the help of the remaining Mandalorians. Din vows to keep Grogu safe and get him back to his kind, and almost becomes a father figure on accident to Grogu. Din knew Grogu had some special power, the Force, which would help him later on. Grogu ended up healing Karga, which made him change his mind about turning them in. Din then meets Moff Gideon, and he would be chasing after him for a while since Gideon wanted Grogu the whole time. They escape Gideon for the first time but Mando was determined to find another Jedi. These all lead into the events of Season 2. Din is still looking for a Jedi and not having much luck, but he does stumble upon a fellow Mandalorian, Bo-Katan Kryze, who tells him about a certain Jedi by the name of Ahsoka Tano. Din helps Bo and her crew take down an Imperial Remnant ship, and in turn, she helps him locate Ahsoka. Din then finds Ahsoka and agrees to help her free the village on Corvus. But Ahsoka refuses to take Grogu because of the connection Din and Grogu have, but she did end up sending him to Tython to have Grogu sit on the Seeing Stone and try to locate another Jedi. Din and Grogu were ambushed while on Tython by the Imperial Remnant, But Boba Fett showed up, helped Din fight them off, but they ended up getting Grogu. With the help of Boba Fett, Bo-Katan and her crew, Fennec Shand, and Cara Dune, Din was able to fight his way onto the Imperial ship that took Grogu. Din beat Gideon in combat, which meant Din was the new owner of the Darksaber and saved Grogu in the process. Din and Grogu then, at the end, when all seemed lost, had a heart-to-heart moment with Din taking off his helmet and Luke Skywalker saving the day, taking Grogu, and determined to train him. Din also made a couple appearances in the Book of Boba Fett, training with the Darksaber and bounty hunting again. He eventually got Grogu back from Luke, which was Grogu's decision, and helped Boba Fett deal with the Pike Syndicate. Now, we will be leading into the events of Season 3. Din is trying to redeem himself, and the armorer informed him of the living waters in the mines of Mandalore that he can now bathe in to be redeemed. But these mines were believed to be destroyed during the Great Purge of Mandalore, but Din was ready to prove everyone wrong. Din met with High Magistrate Greef Karga to try and fix IG-11, but that didn't work, so Din then settled for an old friend, R5-D4. They eventually rally all the other Mandalorians and start to fight the Empire, who have a secret base under the surface of Mandalore. They put a stop to Moff Gideon's plans of a Force-sensitive army of himself and were able to finally deal with him once and for all. Din then adopted Grogu as his own foundling and will help train him. As of now, Din and Grogu are living on Navarro peacefully, though we finally got a good ending in Star Wars, which was great to see. Din has a full set of Beskar armor. It's really cool, kind of like a silver color. It's really awesome. His weapons consist of a flamethrower, whipcord launcher, IB-94 blaster pistol, a vibro knife, a phase pulse blaster, flash charges, grav charges, and even smoke bombs. His ship was called the Razor Crest, a pre-Imperial ST-70 military patrol gunship. Was destroyed in Season 2, but then did get a new ship, a Naboo starfighter, which was absolutely cool to see. Din has had a great story so far, so let's see where Season 4 takes us, and hopefully we can continue with the good endings. That's it for the Netherworld in this episode. Hopefully we'll see you back next time. Let's send it back to the boys at the desk.